Joy Behar of The View recently condemned presidential candidate Tim Scott for his pull yourself up by the bootstraps narrative. Hi there, and welcome back. This is a part of the Be Not Afraid podcast, a podcast where I get you to critically think in a world that would rather you not. Many people want to claim that things today are as bad as they were before the civil rights movement. When someone comes along and says, hey, wait, let's think about this. Let's discuss with reason all sides. We're told in no uncertain terms that we actually hate Black people. But do we really? The first thing that we have to acknowledge is the idea of collective thought. I don't believe that just because I have similar characteristics to another person that we are the same people or must think or act or behave the same ways. So then let's talk about hate. To me, to hate someone means that I wish them ill will or harm. I would never hate a person that I don't actually know. And generally speaking, when I meet a person, I can always find something good about them. Because individuals without the constructs of politics or ideology are generally all trying to do the very best that they can. Remember when we were kids in school and our teachers would show us snowflakes or thumbprints and point out how every single one of them is different and unique? That's just how I still see people. The way I look at it, only racists obsess about race. I think it's arrogant to reduce a person down to nothing more than their skin color. My friend and author of the book, Black Victim to Black Victor, Adam B. Coleman, said that Black people are the only community that is taught to look for leaders rather than become one themselves. You might be surprised to hear that I actually do believe in systemic racism. The idea that people in power and systems can be put into place to keep a person down. I just believe that that snake in the grass is far more dangerous than the monster that's in our head and doesn't really exist. The so-called leaders who instill fear and bitterness, who propagate hate and division, they are profiting off of you. To me, that is hate. I recently had the opportunity to speak with Robert Woodson. He's a former civil rights leader and a former president of the NAACP. I had the opportunity to ask him a question, and what I said was, why did you quit working for the NAACP? His response was very telling. He said that 70 cents of every dollar that was meant for communities actually went into the pockets of the so-called leaders. Why is it we tend to make heroes of politicians, celebrities, pseudo-royalty, and organizations who scream oppression and tell you that you can't make it while looking down at you from their multi-million-dollar mansions? They profit while using your belief in your oppression. To me, that looks like hate. Contrast that with those of us who've walked through all of it and come out the other side and tried to lift others. And for that teeny tiny bit of success, we are mocked, we are shamed, and we are shunned by people on the left and the right, by people both Black and white. And we still continue on. Because despite those who believe that we must think as a collective and we can never achieve, those of us on the other side believe in turning around and saving even just one person is worth it. So you tell me, do those of us that are willing to mentor complete strangers, does that sound like the actions of someone who hates you? Or should that title maybe be given to those people who need you to believe that you are too incompetent to do for yourself, and that they will use your belief, your lack of self-esteem, your anger for their gain? To me, that sounds like hate. If you enjoyed this, and I encourage you to look at my playlist for Necessary Conversations, where I talk to other people with similar views about what has happened in their experience and how they have overcome and achieved. I'll leave that in the show notes. And please like, subscribe, and share. My voice is one of those Black voices that YouTube would rather not amplify. So anything you can do to help is greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.